In the first scene of the movie, Jim Carroll is being spanked in front of his classmate by his teacher. When the teacher is finished, he tells Jim, "We can do it again tomorrow.
We can do it again tomorrow if you like, Mr. Carroll."
If you like, Mr. Carroll. After this, Jim and his friend Pedro, Mickey, and Neutron are on a Staten Island ferry. They accidentally pukes on another man's head. The man chases them as they make their escape to their high school, where they play a match of basketball. During the match, Pedro steals from the opposing team's locker. After the match, their coach Swifty brings them for burgers as a reward for winning the match. At the restaurant, the other team confronts them about the theft and
I'm gonna ask you this and I'm gonna ask it once, alright? The stuff you stole from me. No, you're not gonna fuck with me, alright?
then Jim and his friends assault them. Jim then visits his best friend Bobby in the hospital, who is dying. Jim then takes Bobby to a strip show. Jim then meets Reggie and they play some basketball together. After this, Jim and his main friend go to a cliff to jump into a river below it to prove that they are brave. Jim and Mickey then go to twins Winky and Binky. This is where Jim nervously tries cocaine for the first time. The next scene is at Bobby's funeral. When the funeral is over, Jim and his friends go to the basketball court and talk about Bobby's life. Mickey says that kid was in so much pain.
Kid was in so much pain.
It is better that he died.
Better off he died.
Jim disagrees.
How the hell would you know, Mickey? Martin, shut the fuck up.
And they get into an argument over it.
Fuck that, you guys.
Jim describes his first time using heroin. In the movie, he's seen running through a field of flowers to describe the immense pleasure he felt. In basketball practice, Swifty takes Jim into the bathroom and offers him money in exchange for sexual favor.
We understand each other. Just let me do it.
Jim refuses.
It's not gonna happen, Swifty. Fuck out of my face.
Before a basketball game against Harlem High, Jim, Pedro, and Mickey pick pills from Pedro's hat.
What? The blacks and the reds to the ups. Just give me something, will ya?
Neutron is also there, but he refuses.
I think you should put that shit away before Swifty comes.
Unfortunately, the pills are downers and the boys are stumbling all over the court. Swifty pulls them out of the game and lectures them in the locker room.
You boys think you're awfully smart.
Telling Jim that he will never play basketball there again.
You'll never play basketball here again.
Jim and Mickey quit the team and drop out of high school. Neutron stays. Jim's mother then finds the pill he has been using.
You've been missing these?
They get into an argument and
What?
and she kicks him out of the house,
Out! You don't talk out!
saying fuck off. In the next scene, Pedro tells Jim and Mickey about this guy who he is meant to deliver cards to them. They steal the car, but when they go to the men to deliver it to him, they realize that they parked in no parking zone and they see the car being towed away.
Show me the sign, man.
The men gets mad at them and break Mickey's arm. Jim, Mickey and Pedro break into a shop, but they experience trouble getting into the cash register. They hear the cops coming.
Get a squad. Jim.
And Jim and Mickey escape. But Pedro is too late and gets arrested. Jim passes out in the snow, high off heroin, and Reggie comes and takes him up to his apartment and forces him to detox. Jim screams in pain
Give it to me!
from the withdrawal and begs for some heroin.
You're gonna do this. Give me a Reggie.
Jim and Mickey buy some heroin off a drug dealer, but when they find out that the drug dealer ripped them off, Mickey chases him
Come in, put it away!
across the town and up into a roof, pushes him off. Mickey He then tries to escape but is beaten by the gang and then arrested by the police. Jim then goes to his mother's apartment and begs her to let him in.
Mom, let me in.
She refuses.
I need you to help me out, alright?
I can't help you.
Okay, listen.
Jim, I can't do that.
And talks to him through the locked door. Jim tells her that he's on some trouble and needs some money
I need you to give me some money. Go out of town for a little while because I got into some...
and needs to get out of the town for a bit. His mother then calls the police.
Someone's breaking into my apartment.
Jim is sentenced for 6 months. He does the whole stretch. In the final scene, Jim approaches the stage door to
Jim!
give his poetry reading. Pedro stops him and to celebrate his release, offers him a bag of dope.
I got a present for you, Jim. A bag of the finest dope.
Jim refuses.
Can't.
The movie ends with Jim reciting his work in front of an audience. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know in the comment section below which movie you want us to recap next. As always, until the next time.